Ladies and gentlemen, this is Naveen Ganglani reporting for Rappler.com. We are here at the Mall of Asia Arena. As a matter of fact, the court is being disassembled right now because it's about an hour and a half after the conclusion of today's knockout match between Adamson University and De La Salle University. The Adamson Soaring Falcons defeat DLSU 80 to 76 to book the final ticket to the UAAP Season 85 Men's Basketball Tournament Final 4. Adamson, the 4 seed, will take on number 1 Ateneo with a twice-to-beat advantage on Wednesday when the Final 4 begins. The other matchup is the 2 and 3 series between the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons, the UAAP's defending champions, and the National University Bulldogs. Now, first, let's talk about Adamson. Adamson lost both games to Ateneo in the elimination round, but now they will have a chance to make it to the UAAP Finals, somewhere they haven't been in a long while. As a matter of fact, they hadn't been to the Final Four since 2018 when they lost to UP, but today they sealed their way back to the Final Four. The matchup coming up is hard, but they seem ready after an encouraging win against the Green Archers. LaSalle got off to a double-digit lead at halftime thanks in big part to a great performance by Evan Nelly. But spearheaded by Jerom Lastimosa, Adamson's superstar, the Soaring Falcons came roaring back in the third quarter, and Lastimosa received help from teammates Lenda Duanga and Cedric Manzano, who hit clutch shots in the final minutes to seal the ball game for Adamson and to beat LaSalle, who was hurt by costly turnovers down the stretch of the game. In the stat sheet, the numbers were pretty identical. Adamson and LaSalle shot similar free throws, 3 points. They even shot similarly from the field overall. The turnover battle was pretty much the same, so it was an even battle between two squads who were playing high-level basketball with the goal of making it to the final for the semifinals. At the end, Adams' rotation all season long. As a matter of fact, after the game, Derek Pumaran, the head coach of DLSU, mentioned that he was surprised his team even made it to a 7-7 record with a chance to make it to the Final Four, considering all the injuries they've faced this season. Kevin Kimbao couldn't play today because he tested positive for COVID last week, and even if he was negative as of this morning, due to the UAAP protocols of at least 7 days after testing positive, he couldn't make it back in time for the game. Michael Phillips has a head injury. Now, all scans, all tests have come back clear and negative of anything serious. But since the NU game of LaSalle a few weeks ago, he has been suffering from dizziness, migraines, and different sorts of headaches in practices and during the games, which is why LaSalle has decided to sit him out over the last few games, including today. Michael wasn't even in the arena today because of the head issues he's been facing. Now, with Winston, it gets a little tricky. After the game, Derek Pumaran mentioned that Winston was cleared by LaSalle's strength and conditioning and medical team to train when he injured that calf in the game against Adamson of the first round of the eliminations this season. Winston did show up to the arena with his dad. Now, whether or not he had to buy a ticket or eventually got in because he was part of the team still remains a question. But when Pumaran was asked whether or not it is true that Winston was barred from joining the team in the bus and in the bench, he said no comment and expects LaSalle to come out with a statement in the future, considering as of right now it is still considered an internal issue. Here's another important note. Winston's playing career in the UAP is now over. He will likely go to the pros, but given how well he played to start the season for the Green Archers, the way it ended does leave a little bit of a sour taste in the mouths of plenty of LaSalle fans. Pumaran's future in LaSalle is also a little bit in question right now. When he agreed to coach the De La Salle Green Archers back in 2019, he signed a 3-year contract which officially comes to an end December of this year. Whether or not he will be back next season, whether or not LaSalle will give him another chance to coach this team still remains a question, and a question that we will probably have an answer only in the next few weeks, if not the next few days. The good news for Adamson is now they don't have to deal with the drama. They can concentrate on basketball. Jerom Lastimosa, despite being a little hobbled after the game with his foot injury, take note, he dislocated that foot middle of the season, is confident that the Soaring Falcons can secure 2 wins against the Blue Eagles, which they will need to make the UAAP Finals. Coach Nash, on the other hand, wants to take it with a one-game-at-a-time approach and is happy that when he asked his star player to take over today's game, Lastimosa did that by trusting his teammates with the ball, and they repaid his trust by making the big shots to get Adamson to where they are today. The elimination round has come to a close. The final four of the UAP men's basketball tournament has been set. And if there's one thing that we can expect moving forward, is to expect the unexpected. That's UAP basketball. For Rappler, this is Naveen Ganglani. We'll catch you all at the games on Wednesday.